Hey my loves, hope you guys are well. We're going to do a reading for you guys. So if the title of this reading resonates, then there might be a message here for you. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, thank you very much. Don't forget to give this reading a like if it resonates with you, if you like the vibe. And yeah, subscribe if you haven't already, if you'd like to stay tuned for future readings. So yeah, with that being said, I've mixed the deck together. We're going to see what oracle cards want to come out. And yeah, so divine angel spirit guides, what messages, what, okay, do we have for the collective? Let me just get a few more here, please. Messages here for the collective, please. Divine angel spirit guides, what messages do we have for the collective, please? Okay, lovely. Let's see what we have. Oh, okay, I get the sense that more cards want to come out, so I'm just going to shuffle some more real quick. Messages, please, for the collective, divine angel spirit guides. Messages, please, for the collective, divine angel spirit guides. Messages, please, for the collective, divine angel spirit guides. Okay. Ooh. Okay, so we do have quite a lot, but as this is an oracle reading, we're going to get a story from these cards, so we'll see where this takes us. Okay, so Yang in reverse, chop wood and not for you. So this could have been something in regards to something that you feel like you're not able to take action on. Okay, something that, you know, like a new start, a new beginning. Chop wood. There could be some things that you need to just get on with, like just certain tasks, day-to-day things. Not for you. There could have been something here that was kind of put on a plate here, okay, for you, but it's kind of like, you know, there's something where I feel like you may have realized, okay, you said no to something, or there's been a no here because you're like, okay, this is not for me. Big picture thinking, visionary, inspired ideas. So this is telling you to keep thinking of the bigger picture. Yeah, especially if you've been feeling a bit like emotionally confused. Okay, it's saying you've actually done this before. You've been in this kind of like emotional place before, and or you've been in a place where you may have felt a bit lost before. But it's saying, you know, tap into those soul memories and those gifts that you have. Okay, something about the gifts of who you are, what you have within you, you know, maybe even the resources that you have, but there's things that you can tap into within to get you where you need to go. Okay, trust the gifts that you have, and you've done this before. Cracked open, rock bottom, surrender to the alchemy of life. So this is telling you, yeah, although you may be feeling immense pressure, you know, it's telling you to, you know, surrender. And even if you felt like you hit a rock bottom, you know, the only place is up. So you know, unless you bury and, you know, dig underneath the ground, but even then you plant yourself and you can grow as a seed. But the point that I'm trying to say is it's telling you to surrender to the alchemy of life, because this is actually part of the alchemical process. Okay, a lot of awakenings and spiritual awakenings happen from a rock bottom. Okay, so just know that, like, it's actually a powerful place to be as well, despite how you may feel or perceive it. But just know that there's alchemy happening. Okay, go with the alchemy. Learning how to be human in a world but not of it. So there could be something here where you could be learning here something new. You could be feeling like you are going to be quite different in a space. I don't know if that makes sense. Like and again, I don't know, something here, it just looks like I've just seen a spaceship energy, but it looks like you're sitting in something, but it looks like it's going to go up, like I was saying. But this thing that couldn't start, you may have felt like it was going to take you down, you may have felt like, even if you were at like the bottom, like this would have burnt a hole in the ground and went even further down, like so you were like, okay, like I'm not, like, yeah, I'm not gonna go even further down than where this rock bottom is, like, no. But you could be learning this. Maybe you're in a different space, or maybe you feel like you're unique within the space that you're in. Maybe you feel very different, or maybe there's something about you learning. um some of you guys could be learning like how to serve, okay, how to serve, or you could be learning how to really come into yourself from a place of, like, again, like soul gifts, and embodying that light within you, that love within you. Yeah. Some of you guys as well, like if there's certain ideas that you've had, okay, you could be trying to learn things in regards to certain ideas that you've got as well, so that you can um you know allow these to kind of move you towards where you're trying to go. Yeah, this new earth, this big picture thinking, you may have ideas that are aligning towards the bigger picture, and even if you felt a bit confused navigating that, you could just be trying to learn. That just might be what you need to do, just learning what you need to learn in regards to these ideas, and that will actually open up the portal for you to get to where you need to go, and it's going to bring you something new. It's happening. Keep holding the vision. So something completely new. I feel like you may actually be in a new space. So for some of you could be learning something, and then once you learn it, it's like you're gonna go to like a new destination or a new place, or you know a new home, or a new town, or a new country, or a new world, whatever that means for you. But it's like something else could even be like a new job, like it could be learning something, and then like once you've learned it, you can go through this portal. Okay, we've got the great serving, Mars energy, anger, conflict, softening to love. So again, if you, this is on top of the emotions card as well, so if there was something that could have been quite intense as well emotionally, so maybe it could have also been something that made you feel angry, or maybe there was some conflict around something, but either way, this is you kind of I guess I'd say healing to like soften here, but you could feel like you're in between that phase. But it's like as you keep moving through this, it's like you come into like this light again. Remember we was talking about light worker, embodying that light within, and that softening here and coming into the light. But it's almost like as well, something else, you may feel like you came out of a period and then you were going into the light and you went back into something that was like conflicted here. But again, it's still telling you, regardless of whether you feel like you had to go through more conflict or something that conflicted your emotions, if you keep persevering, you will still get to this new earth. Whatever the vision was that you were holding, if you persevere through, you will get to where you need to go, okay, where this portal will open up for you. Yeah, we've got higher power in reverse, because it's almost like if you stay in this like gray area, this gray place, it's like it's not intuitively guided. And some of you guys, you could feel like as well, like there's energies that are not of like divinity, okay, and you're wanting to come to where you feel like you're closer to the light, closer to God, closer to who you really are. The initiation, rite of passage, crossing the threshold. So yeah, like I said, this path, this period here, this is the threshold that you have to go through in order to get here. And it looks like as well for some of you guys, the threshold might not even be conflict. Some of you guys it might be, for others of you guys it might be you may feel like it will be conflict, but it might actually be a threshold of you healing and softening to love, which might actually be your initiation period to this new thing that you want, by healing and softening. And yeah, this is like your rite of passage. Okay. Trust the timing, trust the wave you came in on. Time is not running out. So again, you want to get here right now, but you could feel like the waves kind of saying you this direction, then you went up here, but then you were like, I'm here, but I feel like this isn't divine, or something here is not, you know, uh like intuitively guided or whatever. But you're like, okay, the wave set me here, now I'm here, and now I've got to go through here. But there's something about this where it's saying something could have been like, I don't know how to explain it, but this kind of looks like where you may have to go with the flow. I feel like it was taking you towards something where you would have went through some sort of initiation, but I'm just gonna see. Let me get one more for that. Yeah, the age of light training for lifetimes is something that you went through that kind of helped to level you up, or could have been essential to your growth in regards to like you training. Maybe we're talking about learning as well. But I feel like something about going through this could have, what's the word? It could have helped point you to like your North Star, to like what is for you. It's like sharpened your point, your focus point, where you want to pin, direct yourself to. But then you may feel like you went to this place, but it's like, okay, I'm confused, but you're trying to get over here, but you were like, why did I come over here then if I need to be over here, like, you know something like that. But this is very interesting. But been training for this for lifetimes. Sometimes you may feel like you've been going through something as well for like a long time. But I feel like there were certain layers, there was levels or layers to you that were like needed to be activated. And I feel like it's almost like this last layer is being activated, and then like everything else external is like it's having an effect on all the external layers of stuff. So I feel like, yeah, if you're wondering why you had to go from here to here to come back over here, it's because where you were before, although it was over here, it wasn't in the same context. When you go back here before, you're going to be higher. It's going to be like a higher level, even if it's in the same where you was before. But even where you had to go to and where you're going back to now, all of that is still part of the initiation. So some of you guys, everything that you're going through, that all of this is still part of the initiation. Still part of the initiation and the rite of passage. It's being able to go through something, realize something might not be divinely guided, being able to get through something, then being able to like soften, heal. It's kind of like all of this. It takes you to something new. But okay, let's see what else we've got, because yeah, we also had trust the timing, so it's also saying, time's not running out. So yeah, time is not running out. Trust the timing. Things are kind of happening at the right time. So if you're worried about timing, I feel like you might actually be exactly where you need to be at this time. It's coming together. Intuitive hits, soul tribe in reverse. Yeah, something that you're in your head worried about something that's not going to come together. You just feel like, oh my gosh, this is not going to come together. But I feel like that's not necessarily the truth. What's lacking is trust. Because you could be feeling that way because of the timing, and maybe you feel like you're somewhere else and you're like, well, I need to go here, but then I was there, so why did I go back over there? Or I don't know. But all of that was actually an essential part of the initiation period, because it was something where you may have had to learn something here to then come back over here in a better, higher place, higher position, higher context, better context, something which would completely align you with what you want. So we've got, it's all coming together, intuitive hits. So it's telling you, try not to let the thoughts in your mind confuse you too much. okay? Because you will be getting like intuitive inklings about things that are going to be coming together. And if you can trust those intuitive inklings when they're letting you know, like, okay, this might come together, this might come together, da, 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 then you may actually see for yourself that like things will actually start coming together. Okay, so you may feel like you're in a bit of a bubble as well right now. But I do feel like something about this bubble, it's like this bubble's being heated up by the divine. Okay, it's like, yeah, maybe this has something to do with Aries season as well. So, so that's very interesting because I'm trying to see what that means. So we've got like all this water here. Obviously, we just come out of Pisces season into Aries season, and there's a lot to do with like the emotions here. So I'm just gonna Google that. Hold on. What happens when you heat a bubble? So, well, when you heat water, it turns into bubbles, right? Which is interesting because there's a lot about water and the emotions. So maybe some sort of, yeah, like the divine, like the heat, okay, that could put you into a bubble, right? You were in the water. Oh, you were in the water here and here, look. But then, like, come Aries season, the start of Aries season, it's like, okay, now you're in this bubble. But what happens with the bubble now? It says when the water is boiled, the heat energy is transferred to the molecules of water. So this heat energy is going to be transferred, okay, to your emotion. So that could have been what happened initially, and it could be also what's going to happen in a positive way. So initially that could have been, you know, an anger, conflict, okay, that could have, something could have affected how you felt. But then in the positive sense, it's like, what's in terms of what's going to happen. Hold on, let me keep reading. It says which begins to move more quickly. So this is going to help you move more quickly. Aries season, it's a faster paced season, you know, like that, the fact that things are heating up, it's actually helping you to move more quickly than maybe how you was going to. We've got, yeah, eventually the molecules have too much energy to stay connected as a liquid. Okay, to stay connected as a liquid. This is so cool. Do you know what I'm getting? It's like the liquid, right? Uh, just to stay connected when it was just the emotional aspect, right? But then as a molecule, it's like if the water's rising, everyone that's now in a molecule, it's like, you know, when the molecules can now come together and work together for the bigger picture. Whoa, big picture thinking, yes. Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on, let me keep reading. Um, da, 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 um, yes. When this, oh, this is beautiful. This is divine. Nothing but divine. It says when this occurs, they form gaseous molecules of water vapor, molecules of water vapor, which float to the surface as bubbles and travel into the air. What did I say at the beginning? I feel like this is going to go higher. And when you go into the air, what does that mean? You're going higher, you're going up. Remember, I said this looked like a spaceship as well. You're going into the air. So it's like very interesting. And it's funny because this card usually gives me like Pisces reading, but also we had the Pisces spaceship reading as well. So for some of you guys, there might be something significant for you in the Pisces reading, and it says spaceship. It says some other things I don't remember. Oh, it says instincts. Yeah, instinct, spaceship, something, something. But yeah, what else was I gonna say? So yeah, which float to the surface. So you're gonna float up to the surface. Maybe you felt like you were at rock bottom. This is actually gonna help you float up to the top, and then you're gonna be able to travel in the air. So something like that. What did I say at the beginning? There may be an element of travel, okay? But for others of you guys, it could just be like traveling back and forth. But for others of you guys, it's like into the air. It's like something. Look, you're gonna go up. So yeah, and look up these stairs. Everything is going up. So it's basically a very intricate, cool way of saying that something was being divinely done and in a very divine way in order for you to move quicker on something. But you may feel like, why did I have to go through here? If I have to go back through here, but it's like, uh, what you went through was still part of your initiation or still part of the initiation, however that resonates for you. But by still going through this persevering and then being able to soften, this last part of the initiation is being able to soften after everything you've been through. This takes you through that portal now, and it's like you're happily gonna end up somewhere else, or there could be an element of like something there where it's like going higher in regards to success in something, or it could be travel, it could just be like yeah, something, yeah, a manifestation of yours, something that you've manifested being there for you. Yeah, your life is a canvas, creative accountability. This is you taking accountability for what you want to manifest and taking the steps that you're guided to take. The crumbling, what are you clinging on to? If there was something that you were holding on to, okay, even if it was crumbling down, then it's like your manifestation. Or for some of you guys, maybe you were holding on to something and maybe it didn't seem like it would crumble, but then it's like the minute you manifested something for yourself, it started to crumble. That may mean that that could have been in opposition to what you actually wanted, what your manifestation was. So yeah, like, just know that whenever you set an intention to manifest something, if there's structures in your life, if there's situations, things, people, places, situations that um are blocking it or are keeping your manifestation from being a reality, or they just don't allow for that manifestation to happen within the same reality, within the same space or whatever, then the manifestation that you have set will then start to move and make everything else change to align with your manifestation. But sometimes in our mind, the way we perceive our manifestation is like with everything still intact. But sometimes, in the 3D, when we actually do our manifestation, it it looks like something new, but something may have to crumble first if there was something that didn't align in order for something new to be there. Okay, so it's like, yeah, this is a result of your manifestation. But then again, sometimes when we manifest something, that whole initiation is like, you know, walking the steps to align with your manifestation as well. So while the universe is like shaking things and moving things and changing things, we then have to follow the steps we're guided to take to move through it and to do all of that stuff in order to align with the manifestation once it's, the universe has been doing that. Doing all those things in the physical places. But it's like whilst they're doing that and we're, taking the steps we're guided to take, it's like then we're at the right space at the right time, and then alignment. So we got messenger, bringing harmony and balance. So yeah, I feel like for some of you guys, there could have been some communication that just wasn't from a place of like harmony, or maybe it wasn't a communication that was like reciprocal in harmony, or maybe something wasn't fair about something, or maybe something wasn't balanced or whatnot. But I feel like it had something to do with something that someone could have said, but this could have provoked like some sort of transition here, or moving towards something brighter. Okay, because this could have just made something just very grey. But this could have also been, I feel like all of this was a part of the initiation. But for some of you guys, it's telling you this, your next part of this initiation is to bring back in harmony and balance within yourself after coming from a conversation or communication that might not have been that. Okay. And for some of you guys, if there was a conversation that wasn't like, that didn't make you feel conflicted, then it could just be Yeah, it could just be maybe there was someone that came through with like some sort of message for you that could have helped you to feel more harmonious and balanced through in this time of going through what you're going through. Okay. Spontaneous awakening, activation, integration time. So this is you, everything that you've learned, you integrating all of this in the steps that you're taking. You're integrating every single thing that you've learned. And by doing this, look, activation. This is two cards of activation, like right on top of each other, right? So that's powerful. So what did I say at the beginning with this card? There was different levels to the activation. There was different layers to it. So when you said, okay, why do you have to go here, then back here? It's because one layer was activated, then another layer needed to be activated, you know? But with this next layer that was activated, you're like integrating what you activated before and what you've activated now. And this is where it's like you're going to kind of have like this new light about you, okay? This new light about you. Okay. Weight of the world, boundaries, let it go. It's not yours to carry. So again, for some of you guys, like, remember here, look what I just said, when you was in the water, you were just floating with the water, allowing in the water to carry you where you needed to go. You just surrendered and trusted, and you ended up here, and you're like, okay, why am I here? And now you come back here. The reason as well, could have also been because the first layer might have had to be something to do with you kind of like setting boundaries. Okay, that might have been the first layer. But obviously, because it might have been like if you felt like you had the weight of the world on your shoulders, or somehow maybe you just needed to let it all go and realize that you don't have to carry this weight. It's not yours to carry, it's not your responsibility. You know, maybe you realize, okay, you're going to take accountability for your stuff, and then someone else has take accountability for like anything else, any external things. But it's just kind of like, um, that weight, kind of just letting that go. Some because it might have just been the own weight of your own emotions. For others of you guys, it might have been a period of cleansing. If you did a cleanse, okay, it might have been when you go into the flow here, being in the water, this could have been like a period of kind of like cleansing, learning to trust and surrender, okay, um, learning to only, you know, just it's like learning. I feel like prior to that, you would learn, where you may have needed to take accountability for what it is that you're manifesting. But then if there was like again like another like external tower situation, okay, it's like this almost could it's like, yeah, this tower could hit you unless you let the water take you out of the way. And I feel like this water took you through here, okay, it took you kind of out of the way of this tower footing. So it definitely seems like, yeah, maybe if you had stayed there out of feeling like, okay, you know, this is something that you needed to carry, then this could have actually, hurt you, some more. Longing for home, homesick for the stars. So yeah, for some of you guys, I feel like there is something within your heart that you are longing for, okay? It could be somewhere or something that feels like home. Maybe you're feeling, it's like that homesick feeling. Um, and I feel like there's divine ideas that are prompting you based upon how you feel and what you're longing for, and these ideas and what you're learning and your creative accountability and your manifestation, and you knowing that you're the artist of your own world. What you create, what you decide will ultimately be the result that you experience, that you get, what you have. So if you trust the divine ideas that you're getting, these inspired ideas, and knowing that yes, once you do set a manifestation, knowing that okay, part of this like flowing and surrendering is that any towers that may fall due to it not being in alignment with your manifestation, the universe will naturally be trying to float, lead you out of the way so that can kind of fall, and then you can kind of go where you need to go, and then something will be aligned with the action and the steps that you've taken. But if you are like dealing with maybe someone else's like let's say there was someone here that someone could have been trying to cling on to you here, or someone could have been longing for you here, and yeah, like maybe this is something that crumbled, but this might not have aligned with your manifestation. But had you felt like, okay, this is something that you need to like carry, like this situation, then this tower moment could hit you or could have hit you, but then the universe is like naturally moving you out the way so that you can, you know. So yeah, what else? Devotion, tune into the portal of your heart. So yeah, it's telling you to listen to your heart. Look, your heart is naturally leading you to this portal where you want to go. So that's why you had to go with the water, you know, so that you could kind of be led by your heart. But for some of you guys, if you are still feeling a bit confused emotionally, your advice is to like meditate here. Devote more time to meditation, devote more time to self-love, sacred solitude, um, things that will be sacred to your soul, okay? But the more that you devote, and something that's devoting yourself to your heart, devoting yourself to, you know, the bigger picture of what your heart wants, okay? Devoting yourself to yourself, all of those things, but definitely meditation or some form of like mindfulness, stillness, peace, ritual, okay? This is also going to help you get closer to what you want, okay? And not just closer to it, but faster. Co-create. Yup, okay. So yeah, there was something you could have been trying to create before, you know, something about stability as well, but something could have got spoiled here. But if you see this building here on the other side, it's like someone, it's like they're on the outside of this building sitting here, but then it's like on the inside, how you feel is trying to take you somewhere else, because there's something here that was like spoiled, or trying to take you towards something to do with the bigger picture. Here we've got the energy of a cheetah, we've got a wise owl, and then we've got like something that was spoiled here, something that was meant to be new, or this could even be, if this is another person, then this could be the energy of maybe someone that maybe realized that something was spoiled, okay, and maybe, yeah, this could even be, yeah, 100%. Okay, cool. You got the love, codependency, boundaries, yeah, and this is where boundaries was necessary. You got the love, codependency. Okay, so with this card as well, I also get like mental confliction, like the subconscious and the conscious mind, like pulling in different directions, and that could have something to do with this between worlds cards as well. But okay. If there was also as well like someone boundaries, someone that you needed to set boundaries with here, could have been like, for instance, there's three energies here. Sometimes it could be a third party situation, but I feel like there's someone that you need to set boundaries with, and if you didn't set boundaries, they could have been dependent on the fact of you not setting boundaries, which in return for you could have spoilt something in regards to your stability, or something that you wanted to be stable and secure for yourself. But they could have been dependent on you not setting boundaries, which I feel like could have been keeping you mentally conflicted. or there could have been something in the subconscious versus the conscious mind. Maybe something to do with like, maybe you could see this confliction between maybe what you would say, so with this messenger, or maybe something was said here that made you realize, okay, I need to have boundaries here, because like this person, they're dependent on me not having boundaries, but if I don't, then like something will be spoiled and I won't be able to create something that I want to create. But yeah, and then we've also got serenity, the sweetness, Venus energy, pleasure, joy, make love to life. So it's telling you here, again, this is a card about attracting here, attracting things to you from a healed, healthy, inner feminine energy. It doesn't matter whether you're male or feminine, female, we all have masculine and feminine energies within us. And, you know, having both of those energies healthy within ultimately allows you to live balanced and aligned to the things that you want. So that softening to love, oh, why is that happening? That softening to love energy is basically healing that feminine energy, okay? So that you can be receptive to love. And not only receptive to love, but so that you can surrender to the sweet things, the things that are sweet, the things that are loving, the things that bring you joy and pleasure. Also, yeah, it's telling you to do more things that like make you fall in love with life, okay? Things where you just feel like, yeah, like this, I love to do this, you know, I'm loving my life. Some of you guys, you're trying to attract more things that make you feel like you love your life. And it's saying the more that you soften to love, this is part of this initiation here, when you may feel like it was, you know, it's also, I'm also seeing as well, like if there's certain things that you feel like come in your attraction pool, but it's like something that you know that is like a rotten egg or something that would just spoil something else that's coming in, then there's some things that you can just let go past here. If you see the stream, some things can go past and some things can come straight to your lily pad. Okay, so it's kind of saying, you know, make love to life, enjoy your space and what you're doing here, but then attract the love that you want here, or the things that will make you feel joyful, by embodying this energy, okay, this sweetness, and by tuning into the portal of your heart and letting that take you where you're meant to go. Okay, I'm also seeing there might be something here about two people here, specifically two here. It could be either two females or it could be a male and a female. Okay, it could be different, or it could be two males, doesn't really matter. But if it's a male and a female here, there could be a female attracting a male here, or this could be if you're a male, you could, your feminine energy, if there's like another person or another male that you're wanting to attract here, you could be attracting this person by like your energy, your receptivity. Okay, this could be relationship, friends, family, you know. But it's like you're attracting someone's masculine energy to take action towards you because of your energy, you know. Okay, or vice versa, but it's kind of showing a sense of as well. It also looks like as well like a natural pull, where like two people, again, whether you're male or female, the feminine energy within you could be naturally attracting you to like where you're meant to go. It's like you in that water. Oh, so it's like, why do I have to go back there? Because you were in the water before when you got out, and now you're in the water, but this water is taking you towards something that you're gonna love. So it's like you're moving, but then like it will naturally take you where you need to go by you following your heart. And like in the meantime, they just want you to surrender to the sweetness within and around. Wow. Okay. Lovely, 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 guys. I'm going to leave that there. Thank you guys so much for participating. Don't forget to give this reading a like if it was helpful, if it resonated, if you liked the vibe. And I will see you guys in your next reading. Take care, stay spiritually charged. Bye bye.